Hey guys, Monk52 here of course, and today we're looking at the Hayate Karate. So, let's dive right in. So, aiming systems, prop first mods, main battery mod 2, because no real buff is not bad. You could go with that. There's not really much AA, I wouldn't bother with it. You got a prop mod, you got a concealment, and then you could go with main battery gun mod. You could make it a gunboat, but I think the torpedoes are just a little bit too spicy to make it a gunboat, at least for now. But you can make it a gunboat. It's pretty good reload, pretty good 6-gun high alpha strike. The Hayate is a very strong torpedo boat and gunboat hybrid. It's a very good boat with a lot of health as well. If you're comparing the torps, they're honestly similar to Shimakaze torps, just with a different commander build here. You can see we're using Tanaka here. On this one, we're just going to swap off the Gunzo, and we'll take a look at 11 km 71. Compare it's actually 12 kilometers. It's actually more range than the Shimakaze torps, but of course the Shimakaze torps can have 80 knots, so it's different here. We're using Gunzo Chikaya, I don't know how to say it. Event Commander gives you really good base trait, specking really into torpedo reload. So we're going for subsurface venture, we're going looping now. We don't go fragile fry, we don't lose our health pool. We go with special skill, which gives you more reload for your torpedoes. I sacrifice a little bit of damage, but they're Shimakaze torps anyway. They hit hard enough. Going Eric Bane Atago. For our free to play option, Tanaka is a very solid choice, and so is Kurita. Kurita gunboat build is what we got here, except you swap off Mordoff for something about William Sims. Again here, you could go for a torpedo focus build, more for the reload because you don't really need more range, or you could go with the Perceptive skill, swap out Atago for William Sims. Where is he? There he is, right there. So yeah, the builds are pretty simple. You just build for either a torpedo or a gun build, or you can do it for a hybrid, something like a Kurita build, maybe with specking into torps, and the first skill maybe instead of observant rage. But the really good gun build, really good gunboat with really solid torps. Not slow as well, 37 knots, nothing fancy about its armour, so a little bit unfortunate in that regard, but still pretty darn good. You can swap out your torpedo boat, your smoke for your torpedo reload booster, but you only get one booster, so I wouldn't probably go with, I'll probably stick with the smoke, it's just more versatile. Anyway, let's go on to the battle. So this battle, we're divisioned with 2 battleships here. Fortunately though, I kind of did my own thing in this battle, so it's really not relevant. I don't like to give a guide what division mates helping me working together and killing ships, because it's always not going to happen in a real life random battle when you're playing solo. There's just simply, we could treat them just simply as battleships that supporting your standard destroyer player. So you know, most of the stuff we do is just us. So that's really is fine. Again, there's obviously going to be a bit more support than the usual battleship players, because obviously we're working in division, but you know, it's not that bad. And plus we've got a Callisto. He's essentially a random teammate, you know, for those who know him, you know, he's essentially just a random teammate anyway. So we're located right off the bat. There's gearing, I believe, in play. I didn't take a look at the team roster. I'll do that next time at some point. We'll see. But torpedo caps, really good. You've got really good torpedoes in the Hayate, and with our build, they reload really quickly. We're going to fire a couple sets here. 1 minute 30 for Shimakaze-like torps. Obviously, you're missing a torp tube, but you're getting a lot of gunpowder in reserve. You've got a pretty sizable hit points at 20.8k, and that is not even using Sims, which really is the best pick, really, if you're not going for like a reload torpedo build. Sims is really powerful in these builds. That's a lot of health to get through as a DD, you know, difficult to punch through. So yeah, located. Let's get ourselves into the cap. B cap is it's a good cap, but what I'm saying is you can easily contest it because you can just use island cover here. It's generally a difficult one to get, but we've got a destroyer in A. We're too far away from C. We've already got a destroyer on C. I don't know whether he wins or loses that fight. I need to just focus on getting my cap first, then I'll help out the guy on Charlie, because it looks like the guy in Alpha is okay. So again, thinking about what do you want to do, what do you want to support, where you're going to torp, because your torpedoes are really good and they're really good value, so you want to use them well. You don't want to waste salvos whenever possible, because they're very good torpedoes. They're not just zoning torpedoes, so you don't have to worry about things. Yeah, you've got a Club Air with a Mini or main, and you've got a gearing as well. Des Moines is something I just want to stay away from, because obviously that 9.9 30-second radar as of now is terrifying, considering he has such a fast reload and such punchy high caliber 203 fast firing HE, and even no matter if he uses AP, it's still going to hurt like an absolute truck. Yeah, it's going to be bad, so let's avoid the radar cruiser if we can. We'll deal with him when we have to. The Alsace, he is reversing at the back of the map. I'm not going to lie, I love torping people like that, because It just knows that they don't want to use their back gun, because the whole point of the assassin is you have the back gun, so might as well just play the Ritual of Jean Bart. They're essentially the same boat at this point. You're just playing a tier 7 that is not, you're just playing a tier 8 that is actually tier 7. You know, it just doesn't work that way. So we got Musashi here, who's hugging this island here, taking a couple shots. We've captured B, we're gonna spot him up. Simply just spotting as a DD can give you so much value. We're spotting the Alsace, we're spotting the Musashi, and I believe we're spotting the Des Moines as well, which is really essential for getting rid of that Des Moines off the map. Hopefully our team can just straight up kill it. Now, we've got really good range on our torps. This is without using Safari, so that means we could technically torp both the Musashi and the Alsace. The Alsace, yeah. But what I'm saying is, they're about on targets, so we want to be careful about it, how we're going to torp. So I think he's going to go forward. I think he's going to turn a little bit, so we're going to put some torps on Musashi. I'm not sure if they're successful, but I really want to get rid of that Alsace, because he's giving our backline team on the alpha cap a lot of bother. Usually high level players would avoid shooting the Alsace, because he's just kiting about, I'd say about 4 or 5 of my team away. And I don't want that to happen. We actually get 2 torpedoes on Musashi, and again, they hit very hard. That's 30k off the bat, 31k with a flood. It looks like a perma-flood, potentially, so he's going to definitely die if someone else doesn't kill him already. Yep, they do, unfortunately, so takes that kill. Doesn't matter, he was already die anyway, but you never know. One salvo from Musashi could potentially dev strike our destroyer, dev strike our cruiser, even dev strike the battleship. Musashi can be very unpredictable in terms of the damage it does, but it generally does a lot of damage when it hits. So yeah, we got rid of the Musashi off the board. That's really good. That's another overmatching battleship taken away. We've got Alsace with 15-inch guns. He's now starting to use a bit more of his gun power, which is a bit more risky for him, because obviously he's giving broadside or an angled broadside to our team, but it's more dangerous it's more beneficial for us at this point. He's past that point of no return. He's already messed up. We're 5.4 kilometers away. I mentioned again, Hayate's got very good stealth, similar to Japanese. Just basically, it's a Shimakaze at tier 8 with more guns and less torps. And that's really what it is. But you get more guns and really quite good for tier 8. If you build this thing into guns, you're pretty reliable. So we're going to fire 1 set of torps on the Alsace, and we're actually going to swap out and get another set of torps on the main, because we really need to get ships taken out. We're actually really up ahead on points, and I believe, no, we're down on ships, but ahead on points. No, we're actually ahead on ships. There we go, we're ahead on both actually. But I really want to get rid of them both here, because I'm sitting in between the both of them. Alsace is a problem, yes, but at the same time he is again kiting the back of the map. I'm not really interested. I'd rather deal with the more terrifying main who's giving a crossfire with the Alsace. So we get a couple torps on the Alsace. Ooh, good torps on the Alsace. Do we get any torps on the main? The main? The mainy? That's 3 torps in the main as well, so that was pretty good. Usually I don't like to spread my torpedo power, but this time I do. The Des Moines, I think the Des Moines ran away. Oh no, it's another Des Moines actually. He does pop his radar here, so we're going to smoke up, because Des Moines radar it lasts quite a while. We bow onto him, try and mitigate the damage. We were just on the edge of his radar apparently. His radar is 9.9, so he must have been just activated beforehand for the other DD, and he just came into range for us here. Again, he was behind the island, we couldn't even see him. A little bit unfortunate, so hey. Smoke spot set up here. We're actually going to use our guns here, just straight up gun down this Des Moines. Obviously, we're not going to kill him with our guns. We just want to set some fires, make sure he burns his damage control, because when we get torps back in about 8 seconds, we can do some more work to him. Because again, these are Shimakaze torps. These are no easy torps to dodge. These are no mere Shimakaze. These are no mere like Yugamo torps. These are Shimakaze torps. These are very potent torps with really good range as well. So very difficult to run away from as well. So you've got really good range and really good viability. The more range the torps gives you much more killing power, because you've got a lot more options. You've got a higher chance of getting hits because it covers more of the sea. Simple as that. So we fire the torps here, thinking that Des Moines will not overextend into a battleship, so we're just going to slow down. We see some torps coming in from the gearing, and gearing tries to rush us down, but I think gearing is he's a little bit low, and we don't even need to use our main gun power here. We could go toe to toe with gearing. It's probably going to lose that fight, but honestly, in a 1v1, on a gun build with Hayate, it's not far off. We get another torp on the Des Moines, which brings us a high cal, 146k here. We're going to push forward here a little bit more. Des Moines is flooding, which is really good. We're not going to shoot him just yet, because Des Moines, I've been filled before. Des Moines can kill you, even with 10k health in your destroyer. It doesn't matter if I've got full health or nothing. It really is dangerous, so you got to give Des Moines a lot of respect in terms of his gun power. So you're just going to keep an eye on him, make sure he's spotted, and when the time comes, I probably will shoot, but we'd be very careful about it. We've also got Yamato pushing in. I know there's only 2 ships left, and it's probably a guaranteed win here, but you're going to play this game smart, and we're going to play it reliably if whenever possible, because you never know what could happen. I'd rather not die if I need to. So yeah, we're going to do this here. We got Des Moines doing some torps here. We're going to fire a little bit. We're going to fire one Zen Yamato, I think. We could fire more in Des Moines, but like he's kind of marching to his death. You know, I'm not really... He does actually beat himself forward there, so I'm going to definitely fire a set of torps there. We'll do this. Again, I want to shoot him, but I can't. He's just too dangerous right now, especially with the Yamato supporting. We could easily get dev struck here. And I know we're winning, but again, we just got to be careful with this, play this smart. And, you know, we had so much more. We've got a lot more to give here in this game. We've got full health. We've been spotted a couple of times. Des Moines spots us here. Now we're going to open up in Des Moines a little bit more because we're spotted anyway. Again, 30-second cooldown. We probably could not, probably to fire a couple of times, not as much as we have, but at this point the torpedoes are already out. His chances of dodging them is not going to make a difference if he sees us or not. You see, he doesn't see the torpedoes in time. He's out. Just gets one half salvo on us here. Yamato takes another nasty amount of torps. I believe that he takes 3. We're going to get him down. Not quite the double strike that we had. No, they didn't take the kill. They took the kill. Unfortunate, but hey, the damage is actually really impressive this game. We actually pulled up a 200k game, and I didn't even know it, but Dirka was one of our friendly DDs as well, so yeah, funny that. 3.3k base, 208k 1,000 damage, 208,000 damage, 13 torpedo hits, which is a lot of torpedo hits, and again, you get a solo cap as well. Guys, I hope this helps you with your Hayate game. I'm going to cover another one with my first game play at some point later on. So I'll see you next time, guys. Have a lovely day, and I'll catch you on the flip side.